Some of the worst decisions ever made stand behind me. Bus, if you will. Just awful, awful green light movies that should never have ever graced the screen. And look, you could argue Rocky 5 is one of a couple of Rockies that should never have made it. I mean, what they did to Caddyshack and The Babe, these are just awful decisions. Bus. Stories, mind you, that were propped up. Major stories. Stuff that was built off prior years or seasons, dare I say. I got to be honest with you. If Nikola Jokic doesn't win the NBA championship this year, but wins a third straight MVP, we need to put him up on the wall. Put him up on the wall. This is now Rocky 7 or whatever the fuck, Creed 9, whatever they're up to now. Enough is enough is enough. Add him to the wall. At least right now, best record in the West by a little bit. Win the damn thing, will you? 3 in a row. Larry Bird at least won a championship. Goodness gracious. I know he won more. I'm just saying. You can win one. 5 bets, 5 minutes. It begins right now. We go 4-1 last night. 4-1 last night. All right, that's DraftKings. I'm going to tell you all about that in a second. But what I want to do is bring you on over to OddsShopper Premium for our first 2 plays, okay? We're going to do 2-player props, 3 sides. Worked for us last night. Let's go to OddsShopper Premium. First thing I'm going to do here is shop the NBA bets. Shop bets, NBA, and I'm right here. I'm looking at DraftKings because that's where we're going to head. Top 2 plays. The first one's Jamal Murray, under 33.5 PRA. They're on the road. They're taking on Memphis. Memphis is pretty damn good defensively. We're not focusing on the Joker. We're focusing on the other element that Memphis is going to try and shut down. It's going to be tough. Rebounds, assists, not so much if Jokic isn't scoring. It's going to be a tougher matchup just all around for Denver from a defensive standpoint going up against Memphis. So Jamal Murray under 33.5 PRA makes sense. But as we move into Miles Turner under 9.5 rebounds, these 2 plays are beating the market. So this isn't based off, like OddsShopper Premium is not based off projections. It's based off this bet on DraftKings. In this case, these 2 bets on DraftKings are beating the market. In fact, all these bets are beating the market, but we want at least a 2% XROI, to build off. Miles Turner staying under 9.5 rebounds against Orlando. Look, the Magic just dwarf the Miles Turner-led Indiana Pacers front court. They don't have much to work with as far as height is concerned with the Pacers. Turner, the lone exception. So that's it. And you think, all right, well, it's going to be a tough matchup for him. It makes sense in your head for him. That's why you would stay under 9.5. And then on top of that, OddsShopper Premium is doing the work for you and showing you these 2 bets that we're playing are beating the market elsewhere. So we go to DraftKings. There are 2 bets. Jamal Murray under 33.5 PRA, under 9.5 for Miles Turner rebounds. And now we hit a side or total. And that's going to be over 226.5 for the Heat and Hornets. Heat don't come into this game fresh off a really bad loss to the Milwaukee Bucks thinking, all right, let's just put the clamps down on Charlotte. They need to get scoring back. They need to start looking at that mode of beating teams as opposed to just slowing this down and hugging people for 4 quarters. You need to get guys in rhythm. You need to get shooters active. There needs to be more than just Jimmy Butler looking around like, what the hell's going on here? Over 226.5 in a game in which the Hornets have no choice but to run. That's the only way they can stay in games is to push this tempo. LaMelo is basically the heart and soul of this team. Big game from Gordon Hayward. I don't know how sustainable all that is, but I do know you can count on points in this game, and Miami's defense will be talked about way too much, but the reality is they need to score. We move on. Sixers, money line, plus 105. I'm banking that Joel Embiid's going to play. And I'm banking that this line is not going to move much in that. If Embiid's out, then we look back and say, all right, we should have waited and we could have got a better number. I think Embiid plays in this game. They're at home. This is the Boston Celtics. It's a big game for not only individual stuff like the MVP, but also for the Sixers to narrow that gap with Boston. Can they do it? Absolutely. I don't think they come out firing, swinging right away in the first quarter, but I think this is a game in which no matter how much it looks like they're down or beat up, they have an opportunity to win this game. And I'll take them at plus money at home against anybody at this point in the NBA. Anybody. They are a tough out at home. It's just really difficult to close games in Philadelphia, and I want to be a part of that at plus 105. Last play for you, under 241. Spurs Jazz. It's just too much. It's simply too much. We went back and looked at this from the Locks video. It's too much. I know that you've got scorers, but unfortunately for San Antonio, they don't have enough to keep up. And while we do see Lauri Markkanen and Jordan Clarkson volume type scorers here, it's not enough to get to 241. I think you're going to see this thing hit comfortably under, in fact. I'm going to put this out here on the Discord before this video gets up, just to give you an idea of how fast this stuff moves. But I don't think you're getting to 242. The Jazz don't need to put up $150 to beat the Spurs. That's the mentality that you're going to start to see in this final stretch of the year. Hold on, man. We don't need to be going max effort against this team. You see how bad this team is? Doesn't mean I'm going to take the Spurs, who have lost like 30 in a row, but I will go under 241. There's your fifth bet in your fifth minute. Now, let me tell you about how you can turn $5 into $150. Please. Look, I've got a link below for you, okay? It's so easy. It's so simple. Take 90 seconds out of your life. You have to be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You have to live in a state where you can legally place a wager. Somebody you know is not on DraftKings. Right now, somebody you know. You know, I know. I tried to tell him, but he kept telling me, I only use that Reader's book. That's all I'm using. I like it. Leave me alone. How about giving him $150? Sign him up or sign you up. Whatever. That's fine. Find the heaviest money line favorite you can find across the board. I found one for you, Akron. Put $5 on Akron. It normally pays 35 cents. In this case, it's going to pay you back $150. Now you can have some fun. Now you can do whatever the hell you want with it. All right? Here's our 5 and 5. Jamal Murray under 33.5 PRA, under 9.5 rebounds from Miles Turner, over 226.5 for the Heat Hornets. Sixers money line under 241 for the Jazz. All right? We're good? On your way out, why don't you come hang with us on the Discord? I'm going to give you half off your first week. Simple stuff. I know you want parlays. Well, I got parlays. All right? How about that? We do parlays. We throw parlay. I got people in the house throwing out parlays. What the hell happened there? I got people on the Discord hitting parlays. It's what we do. College basketball parlays. We got that. Whatever you want. Parlays. You want ladders? We'll do ladders. We do it all. NBA heavy. Basketball heavy. Parlays for days. Look at this, man. 14 pick. We'll do it. We'll load it up for you. Whatever you want, we got it for you on the Discord. Half off your first week. Pretty cool, right? Thumbs up, subscribe on the way out. See ya.